Hello and welcome to Subway Talk, your dose of New York sport news in 3 minutes or less. I'm your host, Dominic Konowski, kicking things off with a team that's always being kicked around in Major League Baseball, at least throughout this season, the New York Yankees. They have a 0.0% chance of making any kind of playoff baseball, according to Fangraphs. They are 6.5 games behind fourth place in the American League East. Look, do not get me started with how many games out they are of first place, and especially that final wild card slot. This is one of the worst Yankee teams since the early 1990s. Nevertheless, this team and their players are still making history. Ben Woodvet, the backup catcher on the team, through 42 at-bats, he's batting a .095. Well, he became yesterday the first player in the last 50 seasons to enter a plate appearance with a sub-100 batting average as his team's potential final out with both the potential game-winning and game-tying runs on base. Of course, Woodvet choked. Now, there are 4 simple ways that the Yankees could fix the team. Not necessarily fix them to make playoff baseball, but to at least give themselves and the fans a look on how this team may be formed for 2024. So here are the 4 ways. Number 1, DFA Greg Allen. He's batting .217 in 22 games. Promote Pereira. Number 2, add Austin Wells to the 40-man. He's batting .260 with Scranton Wilkes-Barre. He just hit a grand slam. Send Woodvet back down to Scranton. Number 3, send down Oswaldo Cabrera. He has a negative .12 WAR, .209 batting average, and 206 at-bats. And promote Peraza, who's batting .268 with Scranton in 63 games. Finally give that guy consistent playing time. And then 4, DFA Luis Severino, add Clayton Beater to the 40-man, along with promoting him to the majors. Have him start on Wednesday, potentially. New York Giants wide receiver Sterling Shepard is the true embodiment of once a giant, always a giant. But Bleacher Report's Alex K believes that Shepard will not be willing to take a back seat, as the Giants will be playing their younger wide receivers. Now, Shepard missed 24 games over the last 2 seasons due to injury, but he has also said he wants to retire a Giant, so that's a very interesting case, very interesting article that will be linked in the comments section down below. I do think that Shepard will stay on the Giants throughout the season unless New York themselves trade Shepard to another team before the trade deadline. New York Rangers star player Artemi Panarin once again faces new accusations from the Russian government. It was reported that Panarin fired a gun in a public setting. There were no injuries, though. Panarin has already pleaded guilty, and the verdict is the Russian authorities are confiscating the gun, and he also has to pay a 40,000 rupee fine, which is the equivalent to about $422 US. Thank you for listening in to Subway Talk. Take it easy, folks.